It's a very in Ghana. Even the media space, they will probably even laugh like Oko school, Oko tree.
Exactly. So when I came back from the US, I wanted to go to school. Because I had promised my father that I would at least get a first degree. You know, it's gorgeous big.
Yeah.
If I didn't get a first degree, I had failed him.
Problem.
You know, so since I promised,
Yeah.
I decided to honor it.
Okay.
So I went to Okyeame, and then he said to teach me African music.
Okyeame,
The legendary Okyeame.
Okay.
And then he advised that if I come to him, I'll have to pay him. But if I come to school, then I can come to the African Studies Department and learn it for free. You know, so he gave me a man, he and a man called Peter Arthur. Now he's Dr. Arthur. He teaches literature in English at KNUST. They decided to assist me to come to the university. But when I was growing up, I had learning disabilities. So I couldn't learn. So I failed my O levels. I did pass more well in my A level because I was a bit older. I said, oh, my O levels cannot take me to the university. And then they said that, oh, at 30 you can write mature students entrance exam. And so I went to write the exam. They helped me prepare, and I wrote the exam and I passed. And then they advised that I choose Akan because I am a tree rapper. I'm a tree poet.
Yeah.
So how else will I be able to understand the theories behind all that I've been doing so I can repeat it on demand?
On demand, yeah.
So how else would I know the other theories that I have not known so that I can increase it on demand?
Wow.
So that's why I studied Akan, and it is the most one of the most important things that I have done in my entire life. Yes.
Amazing. If you're listening to us, this is very important because music, as we know, due to technology, is very global now.
Yes.
And we hear Amapiano without knowing what's going on.
Yes.
Even the Afrobeat, majority Yoruba and Igbo, we don't know, but we can celebrate.
Yes.
And our mindset here is our language is local, into Yonko International.
It's true.
I'm sure you've heard this.
Yes, I have.
Conversation. What's your opinion on that?
So every time I say what I'm about to say, I get into trouble. But I guess that's my truth. Or maybe I don't. Or maybe I don't understand it. You know, I group popular music into two different areas. So there's rap popular music, and there's a singing popular music.
Yeah, pop. Yeah.
So for rap music, because it is enjoyed through appreciation. So for example, if I say that metwem ariba, medru MTN, odaswa space. For you to understand this line, you should have known the metamorphosis of Ariba to MTN that used to be space. For you to know that, and for you to know that, you need to understand the language that I'm using to create the imagery. You know, so for rap music, you need to understand what the rapper is saying, especially if it's a conscious rap. And it's knowledgeable rap. However, there are other things in rap music beyond semantics or meaning, like cadence.
Cadence, yeah.
Like the rhythm, like the vibes. You know, so a person who doesn't understand Sarkodie's rap can listen to his cadence and go crazy. But the person who understands and also enjoys the cadence will enjoy it
double.
2 times more.
Double pleasure.
Exactly. So it is possible to create an international song with rap music, but it is slightly difficult. Otherwise, because as the song sits, it has two main effects. So there's the figure and the background effect.
Okay.
So the figure is the person doing it and the person's presentation of his own understanding of the art. And the background is the instrumentation and all the accompaniments. So sometimes, even though you might not understand the flow and the lyrics, the background can be so amazing that it takes you away.
The ambience.
Exactly. And sometimes, you see, rap music, as I said, is appreciated through semantics, which is meaning. But singing is appreciated through semiotics. You know.
Break it down.
Exactly. So You soon do my singing. You don't understand what the man is saying, but you can feel that the girl is sad. Because our brain can also understand shapes and forms without necessarily using words.
The language.
So singers. So that's why so many songs become international and blow over, and we don't understand what they are saying, but it's winning Grammys.
They have an advantage. The melody.
Because the melody has a spiritual connection in the consciousness, because we all share one consciousness.
Yeah.
But
to the universe.
Exactly. But lyricism needs an understanding for appreciation. So that is where I stand on it. So if you are a rapper and you are trying to become international, you need to get singers to help you with your hooks, like all of us have been doing.
I see.
So once the hook is nice, soft, and melodious, then people can vibe with it. Then you can also come and add your vibe.
Spore there.
Exactly. So that's what I think. But I think the singers have a much higher advantage. Look at the Nigerians, the ones who are becoming global.
The Afrobeat sound.
Yes. Because even Burna Boy is a rapper.
True. Like dancehall,
but he's singing.
Yeah.
And because he's singing, and in singing there are many, many tricks, repetitions, harmonies, patterns. Unison, patterns, this one, that one. That can get people to sing along, to create it. But rap is quite difficult to rap along if you don't know the lyrics.
It's true. The language.
Yes, but you know what? This thing that I've said, I'm going to get into trouble for saying this. That's what I don't understand. Maybe I'm not intelligent.
No, come on.
I don't understand this.
They're not serious. And the people arguing are not people who create. This is the thing I was talking to Kwame. Now one can say, but then why creatives? What's it? Or be a pandit. Need certificate for him to be a pandit. They just talk about art and don't even create. So I guess we were talking about, because the song, it's like most of the people who are commenting in our industry are part of the problem. When you walk out, but they are speaking on air, on TV, everywhere confidently, and they can even sit down with people like you and argue with you about your song. Yes,
and say that they don't like it. Why? Because so is it the pitch? Is it the progression? Is it the arrangement? Is it the melody? Is the harmony? What? Was it but for me, I don't dismiss the pundits that much, because they also have a role to play. They are the same people who bring excitement to the conversation. They bring excitement to the gossip. As I've told you already, it is a figure and a background effect. So the figure could be a small gossip about the artist, his euphoria, what he did yesterday, what he posted on Twitter. All that must be discussed by pundits. But I think that music critics,
the art
critics,
should leave it for
must
experts.
be people from Winneba and Cape Coast and practitioners.
Or even artists, people who
Yes, that's what I'm saying, practitioners. Yes.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Because the language thing, we can't get over it. That's the biggest realization for me. Like traveling around, like we are the only people who are struggling to embrace our language.
Africans. Not just our language.
Even
we don't even also embrace our God. We can't embrace our women's hair.
Thank you.
We can't embrace our skin. We can't embrace our thoughts. We are so afraid of what is inside our heads that we are always looking for a bypass, either scrolling aimlessly on Instagram, or watching a movie, or being on Netflix, or listening to something, or reading something. Africans, we are the only people. We are afraid of ourselves.
I think this one is religion. And see, I don't really care how they feel. It's the truth. If you step back and realize the black man is always fighting some evil spirit somewhere. And the other people are creative.
Yes.
Like schooling abroad is like technology.
Yes.
But here we are praying for a visa to go somewhere. Somebody is taking a passport to go and see a pastor, to pray on top of the pastor when there's an embassy. Hey,
exactly.
Them rough. How can we even manufacture things? Because tech, we have Kwame Nkrumah University, and people are asking, do we have scientists coming out to manufacture things? Cars, watches.
We have scientists. They are doing things, but they just run away because we don't have an enabling environment. Then we see. Let me make a caveat. Whenever I speak like this, I don't blame anyone. I blame us. So whenever I'm speaking like this, the blame is on all of us.
All of us.
Yes, because you must blame no one. Yes, but if you blame someone, blame all ourselves. Of us, or blame yourself. So it is just something that we need to fight. We need to fight by educating ourselves. But it's not just going to school to learn A, B, C, D, and 1, 2, 3. It is to go to school. The modern educated person will relearn, unlearn. You know, that is where the responsibility is. So who is going to lead that progress?
So it's a whole revolution.
Yes.
Revolution. And we're speaking about this philosophy.
Yes.
How life began at 40 for a conscious rapper. This is the title I found of yours on YouTube with Sad Guru.
Yes.
And we met at the ambassador's house, the High Commissioner's house, I told you I was very interested. I was watching the clip. What journey were you on, like looking for Sad Guru? Because for people who don't know Sad Guru, how would you describe
Sad Guru? Sad Guru is a guru. He's a teacher.
Mystic.
He's a mystic teacher who. So I think the word Sad Guru, I could be wrong, but I think he told me that the word Sad Guru means like a guru of the body, just like a biologist, you know, sort of. So if you have paid attention to his whole thing, he's talking about inner engineering, and he's trying to teach you how to align your spiritual energies to your mind,
and your thoughts,
and your thoughts and your emotions and your body, trying to help you to learn how to eat the right stuff that fits your environment, to think the right way, to have a non-compulsive emotion, and to be able to be creative, and to be able to do that, you need to align all four. So when I turned 40, I thought I had done a lot, taken awards, got married, had children, traveled the world. What next? That instead of my mind to accept that, hey, Kwame, you've done well, my mind got afraid that it's about to end because I'm old now, and the average age of my music constituency is between 21 to 27. I think it's 57% of Africa's, you know, population census youth, or it could even be more. You know, so then there will be no one on Twitter talking about my music. I'm going to lose my fans. I'll lose my name. I'll lose my credibility. I'll lose my reputation. Wow. Then I'll become a nobody. So I got scared. So when I was 38, I wrote a poem or an article on my blog on Ghana Web at that time. It was called My Fear of the Big 40. So the fear, the cock came home to roost. And then I became depressed.
Really?
Yeah, I became depressed. I was afraid that my career was going to crash because I'm growing old, you know, and now you drive a nice Benz and you live in a nice place, and there's a disconnect between you and the street, and people can no longer identify with the figure, you know, and so all those things got me confused and it depressed me. Wow. And so during that period, I was looking for medication. The doctors put me on medication.
In Ghana?
In Ghana, yes. I was on one for high blood, for one BP.
BP, okay.
And then another one for bad cholesterol, LDL. So I was medicated for a long time. And then on that journey, you know, depression as a scientific term is referred to as a spiritual awakening in the spiritual sense. Because once you are depressing, then it means your body is not in congruence, or there's no harmony between what your body wants and what your mind wants. Then there's that dissonance. That's what is causing you to depress. You know, so, and that is the best part for you to either come out wise or wounded. You know, so
wise or wounded.
Exactly. So on that journey, I had to unlearn all the things that were depressing me. I had to unlearn.
Unpacking. That's not an easy path.
Yes. It's difficult to, okay, so why am I depressed? Okay, when I was a kid, I couldn't read and write, so they used to beat me at home, and they beat me in school. And so I still hold grudges against my father who died 25 years ago. Jeez. And I hold grudges between my class 2 teacher whose name is Mrs. Boama.
Remember the name?
I remember name. She used to beat me because my mother had paid her.
Definitely, the teachers, you remember them.
Exactly. My mother had paid her, say, Bono Wejime Dodo. And so I was depressed at home, depressed in school, and I was even more depressed that I couldn't tell anyone that I was depressed.
In our society.
Yes. You know, so all those little
emotions,
you know, spasms of anger and emotion, they were in me. Women that had broken my heart, all those things. At that, when I was turning 40, fear brought all of that up. You know, so I had to decide to be
wounded
or healed or wise. And I chose to become wise. So I had to now learn how do I forgive? because this thing that they did to me is somewhere in my head. How do I go there and unlock it and let it